Hey y'all, welcome back to the channel. Welcome in. If you're new here, I appreciate your being here. I do have a very important message this evening. Y'all, basic programming has taken over our sense of power, and it has been doing this for a very long time. Okay, so there's some very simple applications that have been kind of conditioning us for a very long time, but they have been devastating to our ability to recognize our personal power. It is no longer time to give that, clearance in our world, and it's kind of critical. I equate what's happening right now with the butterfly keeps coming up for me, but it feels like we're being thrown into this thing where we have to grab some awareness and really start to work it and start to go through who we are, what we are, how our minds work. It's no longer this automatic thing. Life is, I used to say that life is a stick shift. It's not automatic, but now it's just so real for me. Okay, so this thing that I want to talk about tonight is a concept that humanity, basically all of us in society, have been given, and we've been like hanging like on a star. We've been hanging on this information for a very long time, and it's actually been working against us. I mean, it just has. And this is that notion of tit for tat. Because when it all boils down, when it all shakes out, the universe is not doing discovery on our motivation of how we're expressing our energy into the universe. I mean, it's simply a mechanism of the big source, which creates our reality. So our communication system with universe is the way we carry our frequency. Our frequency is how we regulate our emotions, how we think, which creates the way we feel. The way we feel is what sets up our frequency, and that frequency that we express into the universe, into our reality, that's what creates what we experience to come. So this whole notion of like, okay, so and so's being mean to me, I'm going to be mean to them, that kind of thing. You disrespect me, I'll disrespect you. Okay, it seems reasonable, but it ain't. Okay, it ain't serving nobody's purpose, and it's not doing what you think it's doing. And what it is doing is setting you up, because the only time that we can create anything in life is in now. Hi, Kai. Kai's there. You can't create from the future. It doesn't exist yet. You can't create from the past. It's over. In these moments of now, when we're reacting to stimulus, those are those moments. That's when we're creating. That's when we are interfacing with universe and telling universe what we accept, what we will expect, what we're all right with, what we're acquiescing to. So this whole notion of yeah, they did this to me, so I'm going to do this to them. They're acting like this to me, so I'm going to act like that to them. You're a puppet. You're creating that situation where, sorry, this is new, where you're walking up, standing up, and holding up your limbs and saying, "Attach your strings. I'll jump when you tell me." I'm sorry, I know it seems so harsh, but it's true. Okay? So basically, we're just giving all our power away. We're creating stuff that we don't really like. It's like, it seems like a big inadvertent game of, whatever. It doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be inadvertent. Again, you're going to have to learn how to change gears and take turns. And this is one of those things where it's not going to be an automatic. It's not going to be easy. It's not going to, it's going to require some effort. But this little bit of effort that you might expend in catching yourself when you're trying to do that and remembering what's at stake, it won't take long for it to catch on with you. Okay? But it is going to take and require effort, realization, and effort to change, modify that behavior that we have grown accustomed to getting away with. Okay, it's no longer. Okay, so that's what I'm talking about, catching up with the energies that have been changing on the planet, or for the planet. Is like, that is one of the conditionings that is absolutely working against us. Kind of like I always itch my nose when I come on. I don't know why. Kind of like, I'll believe it when I see it. Well, okay, we grew up with that. We've heard that a million times. We probably said it a million times. Well, guess what? No, you want to be rich in your life. Well, I'll believe it when I see it. Well, you're not going to see it. You got to drive your reality with the way you believe, the way you intend, the way you expect things to be. And that is driven by the way you express your energy into the universe. So just remember, the next time that you have that reflex to give somebody back what they're giving you, just remember it's not doing what you think it's doing. It's working against us. Okay? It's working against you. It's taking that precious time of now, that moment, the only time that you had, the in studio time, to create something for the future. And you're giving it to basically whatever it is that's poking at you, whatever is gaslighting you. Okay? So get yourself off the marionette strings. Okay? Use a little emperor energy. Employ some command over your own thoughts and your own emotions, and start tooling your own life, because if you don't, this is going to be a runaway situation. That's where we're at right now. This is not a joke. And I was talking about the butterfly. It's like we're in a butterfly moment where, we busted out of the cocoon. Now we see what's going on. We see the big world. We see the bright light. All of a sudden we've got the skill, the faculty. We've got wings. We can fly. But there's also a lot of wind out there, and we've got to learn how to navigate it, and we got to do it really quick, because it's basically either fly or fall. That's where it's at for us right now. Okay? So when I come on and I'm talking about this programming and blah, 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 I'm not trying to be a conspirator. It's observation. It's clear. It's documented. It's there. It's there. And it's not going to serve us anymore. Okay? So believe it to see it. That's one of my favorite ones, because that one was so easy to throw over our eyes. And then this notion of I'll give you what you give me ain't okay? It's going to work against you. So just try and catch yourself. And it's going to be hard at first, because we're so ingrained with these little, these little things that have been keeping us from realizing our power. Right now, your power is just the most valuable thing that you could possibly have. Your power is your attention, your focus, and your ability to command your own reactions, your own responses to stimuli and poking and gaslighting and energies. Okay? Yay, you're welcome. You always think I'm going to come on and tell you something fluffy. Well, I'm not. Okay? I'm trying to come on with these little bulletins to get us in gear to handle what's happening. So yeah, we got to fly. We got to fly really quickly, or we will fall. Okay? Quick note, astrologically, astronomically, the next several months are going to be the big dog months of this year. Okay? This is 2026. There are 3 months that are key. They're going to be they're going to show us a lot. They're going to produce a lot, and our energy has everything to do with what we see in these months. So February was one. Okay, April's going to be another one, and July is going to be a huge big dog month for us as well. Okay, there's a lot happening in March, but it's pretty groovy month. I am going to come back on and do a video for us about March, because it is full of aspects and it's full of great moments that we can capitalize on. There's only one tricky day, and it's early on in the month, and we get it out of the way, but there are no squares or anything major, no oppositions, no of the planets, of the proper planets, and that's huge for us. We can really do something with that. The only caveat with March is that we are going to be in a Mercury retrograde most of the month, in the shadow the rest of the month. So there's that, but that can be utilized, okay? And I will do, I'll show you how to temper that energy and integrate it with the astrological and astronomical aspects that are going to be happening, and you could really use that downtime, that retrograde Mercury retrograde time, to do some good work. Okay, so that aside, I will do that March video for us. In the meantime, I will drop a link or two down below so that you can click over really easily and kind of get a better detailed synopsis of what we're going to be going through in the next couple months. And you know, we're basically going to get all the heavy lifting out of the way for this year, the 2026 year, in the first half of the year, first 7 months of the year. And that doesn't mean it's going to slip and slide at the end of the year. It's not going to be easy, but it is going to be a time to really have to sit and reconstruct or construct from all of the changes and the rearrangements that have happened in the first part of the year. So it's a big year, okay? It's a huge year. It's ridiculously huge year. And there are things that we're going to go through astronomically, energetic wise, you know, as far as the planets are concerned, that we've never, I mean, there are some configurations that we can't even trace them back in our history. So it's a lot, and we're all in it together. So we're all going to have to kind of like mind your P's and Q's and really look at yourself and gauge your own reactions, your own responses, and try hard not to focus on everybody else, because right now we need to drive our own little cars. Okay, that's pretty much all I've got for you this evening, and I appreciate your time. Please share, like, subscribe. All of those good things really do help. Comment for me. Comment in the comment section and tell me where you are, or how you're feeling the energies. If you have any questions, feel free to drop them, and I will always answer. I will always try to answer, but I will always respond. But again, thanks so much for being here, y'all. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you soon.